5. Okay, this is the ESU 5. So the ESU 5, marking in that jumps. You might want to take notes because I think there's a test later. Okay, it grabs your attention. Okay, marking grabs your attention. It creates a memory, moves you to some kind of action, prompts you to tell others, and stands out from the rest. Okay, now I can think of one example, well I can think of several examples of this, but when I first moved to town, I was on the board of directors for the American Red Cross, and I was on their PR committee, of course, and their events committee. And we used to have this event called the Red, White, and Bruise. Anybody remember that from a long time ago? Anybody? Long time ago? This is a long time ago. It used to be like the biggest office party. And the Red, White, and Bruise, when we did it, is that we went to all the radio stations before. We didn't send them a press release if it was coming up. I remember buying these beer mugs, and then I put fresh grapes in them, and then a little note that said, something's brewing at the Red Cross. Save the date. And we didn't tell them what it was, so we did a couple of these teasers to like the media. So when the radio stations were like, I remember like at Class 103, they were like, we got this thing, like something's brewing, we don't know what it is. But we created kind of this memory, this frenzy. Great example. Another good example of an event that grabs your attention is the Make-A-Wish Tea at the Ritz. Now why do I think that's a good thought out plan or an event? Because it grabs your attention because it's tea at the Ritz. Everybody wants to go to the Ritz. We're putting on the Ritz, right? Grabs your attention. It creates a memory. And why does it create a memory? It's not just because it's a tea at the Ritz. It is because we have a tea at the Ritz at Christmas time. The big Christmas tree is there, the gingerbread house. You can bring your 5-year-old daughter or your 100-year-old grandmother.
And you take a beautiful picture with your mom, and they just love it.
Picture
and then they donate.
Picture opportunity. Moves you to some kind of action that you're going to become a donor. And then they prompts to tell others, I went to the tea last year. You should go. It is beautiful. You're at the Ritz. And then it stands out from the rest.